All right, now you're ready to move on to step 3. For step 3, we are going to be cutting our elastic and pinning it into our mask. Elastic is going to depend person to person. So if you have a mask that you like and you like the length of your elastic, you can measure your elastic. But typically anywhere from 7 to 8 inches is a perfect length for this mask. I made a ton of these this summer. And like I said, 7 to 8 inches is the perfect length. I do like mine to be a little not super snug behind my ears, so I'm gonna go with 8 inches. So you're gonna cut 2 pieces of elastic that are 8 inches in length. You can use the clear plastic ruler from the back, so make sure it goes all the way to the edge of the ruler. And then you're gonna go to the 8, and I'm gonna slide my scissors under and cut it. And then I'm just gonna do the same thing again. I want it to be the same length, so I can go ahead and just remeasure my previous piece. And then I'm gonna go ahead and cut it with my shears. So after you get your elastic cut, you are ready to actually start pinning it into your fabric, and I'm gonna show you what that's gonna look like. So it's gonna be a little funky because these pieces of elastic are smaller than your open side. So you have 2 open sides to your fabric right now. Each side is open. These are the sides of your mask. If I can open this. And then the folded edges are the top and the bottom. So what you're gonna do is you are going to open this up. You're gonna grab 2 pins out, and you're gonna take your elastic, and you wanna make sure it doesn't get twisted, but we're gonna go ahead and pin the first one in. You wanna line it right up with this creased edge that you ironed, and match up the raw edges together, so the raw edge of your elastic to the raw edge of your mask. So I'm gonna go ahead and pin this in place, in and then back out. Okay, so we have the first one, and the elastic is down inside. We wanna make sure that our elastic doesn't get twisted. So I wanna make sure that it stays nice and straight, and then we're gonna go straight to the other side. So once again, slide it right into that crease, and you're gonna pin from the top, down, and then back out the top. So you can see it's not gonna lay perfectly flat because it's starting to kind of create a gather, but I have 2 pins on either side. I am gonna go ahead and put some pins along the way because we're gonna sew one straight line all the way down, and we wanna make sure that our elastic does not get in the way because you don't wanna accidentally sew your elastic into your seam. So kind of give it a tug, a pull tight, and then find where it belongs. So about 4 pins, and you can say it's not gonna lay perfectly flat, but I promise it will later. So we're gonna repeat that step for the other side, and I'm just gonna show that to you again. I'm gonna grab out 2 pins. I'm gonna take my elastic, make sure that it's flat. I'm gonna tuck my elastic into the crease. If for some reason your elastic gets twisted, it's not the end of the world. We can seam rip it. Okay. And then make sure it doesn't get twisted. So I'm gonna make sure it's laying nice and flat. Pin it into the other side. And then we're gonna pull it flat, and I'm gonna put a pin about halfway. Once again, pull it nice and flat and put your 4th pin in. So before you move on to the next step, you will need to make sure you have about 4 pins on each side. And like I said, it's gonna kind of create a small gather, and that's totally fine.